Hello, and welcome back to the She Is Angel Mills YouTube channel. I'm Angel, I'm a small business owner, and I have my own business, Angel Mills Brand Strategy, where I work with small business owners, helping them through strategic services, education, and brand coaching. So, as you can see from the title of this video is going to talk about my experience having a Ivy League degree and if I think that has helped me to be more successful in my life, essentially. So what kind of inspired me to do this video is I am a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania. I work with the Alumni Interviewer Association. I don't think that's exactly what it's called, but I'm an alumni interviewer where I talk with prospective undergraduate students and I interview them and submit an evaluation, and essentially that is used as a component of their application for the university. So when the admissions staff is reviewing the application, they look at kind of my feedback in the interview as a portion of it too. And I think it just accounts for a small percentage of the overall application package, maybe like 20% or something. I'm throwing that out there. I'm not sure if that's accurate. So feel free to drop down in the comments and correct me if I'm incorrect about that. And I also know that a lot of students are applying to schools right now. Folks are applying to college, undergrad, folks are applying to grad school. So for a lot of people, it's a transitional period. It's an uncertain time. I have been there. I was there when I was graduating high school, and I was there 4 years later when I was going into grad school. So I can definitely relate. So I'm sending all my positive vibes and loving energy to you while you're going through this process. So to answer the question regarding my own experience having an Ivy League degree, do I think it made me more successful or set me up in a better position in life or something like that? My outright answer would be not really, not necessarily.
No.
There are different aspects and things that I definitely think have helped, but I don't think that degree just overall has just like taken my life to the next level or taken my career to the next level. Now, I went to undergrad at Howard University, which is an HBCU, an historically Black college or historically Black university, more specifically, and that was an amazing experience. And Howard is located in DC, so just having the experience of going to school in DC was awesome. I met some great friends, lifelong friends there. And after I graduated, I went to Penn where I got my master's. And so both experiences were amazing. I think they were the right place at the right time for where I was at each moment in my life. During those periods, I was at each university. And I do think that just overall, there's some benefits I've seen from having a grad degree that I do want to point out. And so one of those being just kind of softening, I think going into grad school and then going into the job market kind of just softened, I think, the transition from college to working. While I think a lot of students who are coming out of undergrad for the first time, sometimes it can be a struggle for them to kind of get the momentum going for their careers, get that first job, those kind of things. And I think oftentimes a grad degree in the professional world can be looked at as close to experience. So when you're coming out of grad school, you can kind of go for roles that may want people that are more experienced in the role. You can probably get a little bit of a better salary. So in those regards, I think that it has been helpful as like an applicant or candidate in the work world. Now, as an entrepreneur, I don't know if it matters so much as an entrepreneur, besides maybe providing me some more credibility and credential to people, to potential clients and things like that. I think for the business aspect, I probably draw on more things I learned in undergrad, to be honest, and just things I've had to learn on my own. Because honestly, I probably didn't learn so much about business I didn't study business in either one of my grad program or my undergrad program. So that has been a self-teaching process for sure. So there's probably a lot of things I pull on more so from my undergrad experience for what I do now. Even with YouTube, I studied broadcast journalism. So even with doing YouTube, I'm pulling on my undergrad experience more so. So I think that it can impress people a little bit, and it can provide a little bit more of a credential or make you seem more, legitimate and professional. But I don't think overall that having an Ivy League degree has taken, just that alone has taken me to the next level. I think that having education in general, and I am a proponent of education, and I do recognize that college isn't for everyone. I don't think everybody has to go, but I think whether you go to college or you pursue education in some other form, education, whether it be self-education or education in an institution, it is important. It is very important. And it's also very important how you use that education. That's what's important. Now, I think Penn had amazing educational resources. I had probably never been in an educational environment that had the type of resources that Penn had. So really, I think I haven't really activated the network as much as I could and probably will down the line. So I think there's things that as an alum I can tap into. So I think there's things there, but it's all about me. At the end of the day, it's all about me. Do I want to tap into those networks? And it's the same thing with Howard. Howard is a phenomenal network, and it's up to me to tap into that network. It's up to me to build those relationships. Everything is about building those relationships, quite honestly, when it comes to being successful in my business and being successful if I choose to, be an employee, just in general, just being successful in my professional career. And this is something I don't talk about much on the channel, or it's not talked about, but I do think even in a romantic sense, those going to college and having connections to alumni networks can open up your possibilities for romantic partners that could be more equally yoked to you. So that's something to think about, just to throw that out there. So I think there's immense benefit into going to college. I'm not going to say that alone just sets you off. It's really how do you employ the resources that are available to you for your benefit? How are you utilizing them? How are you taking advantage of them? So really it's up to me to make the most of that experience, essentially. So with that being said, again, I want to summarize my point. I don't think that having an Ivy League degree alone just set me off on this path of immense success or anything like that. It's really been up to me to utilize the things that I've been, I don't want to say given because you pay for it, but what I have experienced, the positive relationships, the great educational experience. It's up to me to utilize that for, what I want to do in my life. I also want to point out, I think I would be remiss in not mentioning this, that as you can see, I'm a Black woman. And so perhaps if I were a different race or a different gender, then that type of degree may help me differently. So that's something, we have to address that. We have to point those kind of things out because there is a lot of inequity in education and opportunity based on race and gender. So I do want to point that out, that my experience, my answer could be different if I were a different person. So, but it's hard to come from that experience because I'm not a different person. So, no. But that's essentially my thoughts on that. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and comment below if you also have an Ivy League degree or you have a degree from another competitive university. I would love to hear your input about, my question that I'm posing and kind of my response to it. Also, if you are on the application trail right now and you are awaiting responses from your top schools, then go ahead and comment below. Ask me any questions you have. I would love to hear your feedback and thoughts about it. I just think that this is a great discussion to have and a great time of year to have it. So thank you so much again for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell to get more videos like this from me. Thanks for watching.